The only thing you're missing is momentum. This is one of the most frustrating things with entrepreneurs because you've got the heart, you've got the soul, you've got the desire to serve, you know you're capable of more, you see these people doing great things, and you say, why can't that be me? I've got everything, I've got all the tools, why am I not having more success when I see all these other people winning? Because you don't have momentum. Knowing alone is not enough. Watching this video is not enough. Researching, going to conferences, events, it's not enough. It gives us this temporary high. It's so fun to think about where we could be and what we could do and living in dream mode of the things that we want to create. That's so exciting, right? But until you start actually doing something, until you start going through that little fear zone to start actually creating, nothing happens. And this is one of the great missions of my life, is trying to get heart-centered entrepreneurs with a cause you want to serve and just getting you out of the starting gate and then just helping you stay consistent on the thing. Those two things, from idea to just doing something and then finding a way to stay consistent. If you did that, that's all you're missing. If you did that, your life will be dramatically different. The people you're going to serve, the amount of income you're going to make, the life you can provide for yourself and your family, the massive just flow of goodness you're going to create for the world will be totally different. You will be a totally different person 1 year from today if you did those simple things. The only thing you're missing is momentum. The only thing you're missing is momentum. I promise you. I look at my YouTube channel and everything that we've done here, and man, it took me so long to get going. It took me so long to get out of my head. It took me so long to get comfortable making videos. No matter how much people told me, just press record and just do it. It's still that voice inside my head is like, well, I'm so awkward in front of the camera and I don't know what I'm going to say, and I'm trying to memorize my script and what camera should I buy, and all of the things that we tell ourselves are important that aren't. You know, if you look at my growth on YouTube, the first 5 years was so slow. The first 5 years was so incredibly slow because I started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped and convinced myself of why I couldn't do it. And my whole intent with this is to try to shake you to say, don't waste 5 years like I did. Because in the second 5 years, that's when my channel started to really blow up and grow. And that's when I started to see the impact and see the growth and see the money coming in, all of it. It started to take off because I just started creating a lot more momentum. I stopped watching my videos and reminding myself of how much I sucked and just kept going. So how do you do it? How do you start building momentum? How do you start taking the thing that you know is inside you, that you know you're capable of more, that you don't want to be stuck in the same spot 1 year from today? It's like, I need to finally make something happen, right? Is that you? Are you ready for that? How do we actually start getting the momentum in our lives? I'm going to give you 3 strategies, okay? Number 1, your morning routine has to be on point. As I said in the top of this video, successful people don't wake up and say, yes, oh my gosh, what a day. I'm going to take over. This is going to be amazing. I woke up and I was tired and I don't even remember what day it is. And I got lines in my face and I'm struggling to get out of bed, right? Everybody wakes up the same way. Don't judge yourself and feel like you suck because you woke up and you were tired and didn't feel super motivated to go off and crush your day, right? That's everybody. That's me. That's Brendan Burchard. That's Tony Robbins. That's Oprah Winfrey. Everybody. The difference is the routine to set you up for success. And chances are, if you watch this video, you already have a morning routine, right? You're an achiever, you have a morning routine. So I want to take this to the next level for people with a morning routine, because your morning routine is probably not working for you. Most of the world doesn't have a morning routine. Most of the world wakes up like an accident. Most of the world wakes up, falls into their phone, and starts responding to other people's emergencies, right? That's probably not you, at least not every day. You might be 50-50, but you probably have a morning routine. What's the value of a morning routine? The value of a morning routine is to get you the feeling of bold confidence and courage. That's why you have a morning routine. It's supposed to help you go and win the day. If you don't feel confident, bold, and courage at the end of your morning routine, then you've done something wrong. Either the morning routine itself is broken and you need to add something in, or you just didn't do it with enough intent. Most achievers, here's what's happening. I want you to do a fair self-assessment and audit of your morning routine. Most achievers, what you're doing is you have your list of things that you're supposed to do in the morning, and you probably hit those maybe 70 to 80% of the time. But most of the time of those 70-80%, you're just checking the box. You said you're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to work out. I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to listen to this podcast. So I'm going to whatever. But you're not intentional with it. Having this video on, I created the Espresso channel here to try to support you, to try to be there for your morning routine, to give you a shot of espresso every day to start your day. Let's go. But if you're watching this video while you're making your bed and brushing your teeth and looking over your email and browsing through social media, guess what happens? You're not getting the feeling. You could check the box to say, yep, watch the video. But if you don't feel courageous and bold, you didn't do it with enough intent. You didn't do it with enough focus. You were distracted all the way through. And so this is what happens with achievers in their morning routine is you check the box for all the things you said you were going to do, but you don't feel any better than you did when you woke up. And if you don't feel any better than you did when you woke up, you're not going to go off and win the day. So the most important part of a morning routine, whether it takes you 5 minutes or 3 hours, is getting the feeling. So do an honest self-assessment. Do you feel bold at the end of your morning routine? And if not, what do you need to add in there so that you do? Or do you need to go back and just do your morning routine with actual intention? Because if you'd started your day with the thing that made you feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, confident, your life will dramatically change 1 year from today. I promise you. So number one is you have to fix your morning routine. Number two, to get more momentum. How do we get more momentum in our lives? Number two is to go from idea to action. Start to teach yourself that you come up with great ideas. Normally what happens, when you get an idea, what happens? Normally when you get an idea, we get excited. Maybe you tell your friends about it, your family, or you're just researching and planning and brainstorming. You get excited about it. And then what happens is this little voice inside your head tells you all the reasons why you can't do it. You can't do it because of this, because of that, because you don't have the connections or the money, the skills, or the education, the family, or whatever. There's always some reason. And so to combat that, you try to do more research and more planning and more understanding to try to have the perfect plan. And this was me, guys. I lost a $40 million deal when I was in my 20s because I was trying to be too perfect, because I was afraid. And all I really need to do is get more momentum. So you have to teach yourself to go from idea to action. When you get that idea, trust that the idea came to you for a reason. Trust that the intention is good. Is the intention good? Is the intention to serve? Is the intention to help? Yes, perfect. Action. Something today. Has to happen today. Use your best energy on creating some kind of momentum in perfect action versus trying to have the perfect plan. And then you wake up tomorrow and you've already talked yourself down and you can't do it. So number one is you have to fix your morning routine. Number two is you have to go from idea to action. And then number three is to change your environment. The more that you are around the people who are doing the thing that you want to do, the more that starts to seep into you too. It's why I have so many channels, because there's always content, hopefully, out there for you. You might say, yeah, but I don't know anybody, Evan, who's successful. I can't hang out with Brendan Burchard or Oprah or whoever. I don't know these people. Great. I know Brendan, but I don't know Oprah. And I didn't know Brendan when I first got started. How did I learn? From the videos, having videos around me every day, having these people on the wall behind me, even wearing this hoodie when I feel like Batman, putting it on every morning, makes a big difference to start to change your environment, to be around the people who are thinking the way that you want to think. The people around you right now are influencing you to stay where you are. Right? Think about the people who you hang out with now. That old expression of you are the average of the 5 closest people to you. Yeah. Great. So who are the 5 closest people to you? They are influencing your thinking and they're keeping you stuck where you are right now. And if you love where you are right now, great. But if you know you want to do more, then you have to start to change what starts to influence you consistently, not these one-off moments of inspiration and boldness, but consistency. That's the thing that's missing. You might have this one day, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, I can do anything. And then what happens? You wake up tomorrow and all that energy is gone. It's a start and stop and start and stop and start and stop that is holding you back. So be strategic with your environment to think about, how do I start to surround myself with the people, with the videos, with the books, with the podcasts, with the physical environment that make me feel like I can do more, that you can do more. Fix those 3 things. Fix your morning routine, go from idea to action, and fix your environment. Do that, because the only thing you're missing is momentum. The only thing you have the heart, you have the care, you have the desire to serve, you have great ideas inside you. Other people are winning with inferior ideas, with less of a desire to serve than you do. And they're winning. And the only difference is they got started and they're going. The only thing you're missing is momentum. I can't wait to see you actually start to apply it to make massive change in your life and your business. If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Your purpose comes from your pain. People often ask me, Evan, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my passion? How do I find what I'm meant to do? It's the number one question that I keep getting asked over and over and over again.